Hey, it's Drew Neiser. We're live in Chicago for Tuesday Tips here with Ellina Shinnick. What's your tip on leadership?
Hi, Drew. Good to be here. My leadership tip is when you do offsites, actually take a day or several hours to talk about talent, to talk about your leadership norms. We just completed a Clifton Strength Assessment, and we talked as a team. How do we show up? What are our superpowers? What's the diversity of our superpowers? And how do we actually activate them to create the most high-performing team that has fun while we're doing our job?
I love it. We're creating high-performing teams. Yes, indeed. And we're bringing people together because you have to bring them together, don't you? Okay, next up, Julia Goebel. Julia, leadership. What's your tip?
Hi, Drew. So my tip is don't forget about the personal connection. We can do so much by Zoom, but we can't miss a chance to thank our teams, to tell them we appreciate them, and also just to model when life shows up for us. We have to also make it okay for life to show up for them. The water heater is going to go out. Someone's going to get sick. You might get sick. You need to make sure it's okay for that to happen.
Yeah. Okay, we're doubling down on in-person and empathy because stuff happens in our lives. Okay, Marshall Poindexter, leadership tip.
Drew, great to be here in person. So my leadership tip is when you're working with your teams, make sure that you set aside a monthly one-on-one with each of your team members to talk about career development, to give them the opportunity to share how things are going, highs, lows, how they feel like they're progressing in their careers, so that they have an opportunity to voice those concerns.
I love it because we're really thinking long-term about our employees. We're helping them understand that this is about your life and planning on it. Marshall, thank you for that tip. Next up, Chris McGuire. Chris, what's your leadership tip?
Hey, Drew, thanks for having me. I would say my tip for the week is that it's more important to listen to your employees and your team to understand what makes them tick, what's working, what's not working, than just making assumptions and telling them what's best for the company.
All right, Amanda. Amanda Willard. Leadership, what's your tip?
Thank you, Drew. My tip is to be actively curious. You never know where a good idea is going to come from.
Oh, I love that. And so this could be anywhere. And what is there something that you do to be actively curious?
Listen, ask questions. If the question pops into your head, ask it when you can.
All right, so we're going to ask questions, kind of like what we're doing here. Isabelle Papoulias, yay!
Hi, everyone. Drew, thanks for having me here. My tip is make sure you do what gives you joy. Make sure you take care of yourself, because if you don't, you will not lead effectively. And that's something we talked about today that resonated with me. We went around the table and discussed what gives us joy. And it's very easy to get distracted away from that given the pressures of leading.
Yes, we all got to remember to find that Marie Kondo. We're going to have a little bit of joy in our lives. Okay, if you're a B2B CMO who can share, care, and dare with the best of them, do yourself a favor. Check out CMO Huddles. We even have a free starter program. Penguin hats are not required, but encouraged. I'm Drew Neiser. That's your Tuesday tip. Peace out.